Hi there, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine show with the greatest cameraman in the business today, Sonny Hersh, and your host, Avi Meyers.
Hi, Avi Meyers here, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine. Thank you so much, Marty. Join us on the web, where you can watch all our shows on YouTube. The gateway to YouTube is through our website at www.ntnm.org, where you'll also get to see all the upcoming guests. You'll also be able to reference all the people that have been on in the last year and a half. Community policing, we're very, very big on that. Personal contact with your police person is very important. The web stuff, the blog stuff, yuck, yuck, yuck. Talk to your police person in person, develop some sort of relationship. They really don't bite much, and not the canine unit anyway. So anyway, you can check that out, caps24.org. You'll find out where all the community policing meetings are in West Rogers Park and Rogers Park for the rest of the city, 311. And of course, Sonny Hersh, our entire technical crew, is the chairman of the District Advisory Committee for the 24th District, and he actually just underwent FBI training, and I understand they now have him on the 10 most wanted list as a result of the training. So we want to congratulate you, Sonny, on the FBI training. It is a pleasure and privilege to have somebody who actually watches the show, which really is very cool, and he had a long life as a senator, a very honored senator, a state senator for many years, considered pretty much unanimously by people to be one of the truly fine senators, which is probably why he's the city clerk now, because there's too much trouble in Springfield. But anyway, I'm talking about, I guess you're in your second term right now, or appointed and elected once?
Well, I'm in my first elected term.
First elected term. And we're talking about Miguel Del Valle. Did I pronounce that right?
That's very good.
First of all, thank you so much.
Great to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. And I hear nothing but good things about you. You're an elected official. It's not supposed to happen.
Well, I'm working. I'm working hard. That's why I was elected city clerk. I was elected to do a job. And the voters voted for me because they want me to do that job. And the job is to modernize the clerk's office, to make it a more efficient operation, and to better serve the public. And that's what we're doing. We've made a lot of changes. I've been in the job now a little over a year, and our modernization efforts are starting to pay off. We are now in the middle of our second city sticker sales season. We're making it easier for people to comply with the law. Yeah. The law requires you to buy an annual city sticker for your vehicle if you reside in the city of Chicago. It's the way that the city generates revenues to deal with road repairs and other kinds of things. And of course, we've heard a lot this year about potholes. And so there's plenty of repairs that are needed. But we renew our city stickers in the city of Chicago between June 1st and July 15th. The expiration date of the current sticker is June 30th, but we allow a 15-day grace period so that people have until July 15th to get that city sticker. And of course, if you have a passenger vehicle, the price has not changed, the regular passenger vehicle. There has been an increase if you drive one of those big SUVs. The city council did approve an increase in that city sticker. But you can also renew your residential parking permit. A lot of folks live on streets that are zoned for residential parking, and so it is the period when you renew your annual residential parking permit, as well as get your guest passes. And the good news is that you can do all this online now.
That is so cool.
We have made it easier to get your city sticker and your residential parking permit, as well as your daily guest passes online. And so if you're watching this program and you've yet to purchase your city sticker, do it online if you can. It's very convenient, very easy to do, and then you won't have to make that trip to City Hall or to one of our two satellite offices or one of the revenue facilities
or pay for a currency
where you
exchange.
End up waiting in line. And you can also go to a currency exchange, but you will pay a fee. When you do that on the internet or you come directly to our office, there is no fee involved. And so you do save some money.
So there's no fee on the internet?
No fee on the internet.
Wow.
Not even a convenience fee as it stands right now. Yes.
That's terrific. And this is for the city, this is for city stickers.
Residential parking permit.
And guest passes.
And guest passes. I put the residential parking permits online for the first time, and now, as of July 15th, after we've gone through the season, everyone's purchased their annual residential parking permit, and they've gotten their 2 books for guest passes. As of July 15th, you will be able to then get your guest passes online for the first time. Prior to this, people would have to go to one of 3 locations, downtown City Hall, or our satellite office up by Milwaukee and Lawrence, or near 53rd and Cicero. Only 3 locations to go buy a guest pass book that costs $5. And you can only get 2. So you make a trip to spend $10, and you end up paying $20, $25 for parking if you go downtown. Didn't make any sense at all. And so that's what I mean by modernizing, is it make it easier. It made no sense to make people do that. And so we're going to do it online, and we're going to keep looking for ways of making it easier for people to be able to use the services of our office.
I think that's terrific, and I think that's something that's definitely needed. It was always a major pain in the... Now, in the past, too, you've also... are you at aldermen's offices, local...
Yes. And this summer, and this June, just like we did last year, we will have sale dates at aldermanic offices. And if you go to our website, you will see the schedule of those sale dates for aldermanic offices. And so, for example, at Alderman Stone's office, we'll have a date reserved. We'll have a date reserved at Alderman Schulter's office, and all the other aldermen on the northwest side. We'll have a date for us to send our staff and sell the city sticker right there at that location, again, making it convenient. We also will have a number of banks who will be participating. The banks will charge a fee the way currency exchanges do. Hopefully, some of those fees will not be as high. And there are a few banks who will not charge a fee if you're a regular customer of that bank. And so we keep looking for ways. We're now currently engaged in talks with some of the retailers to see if we can include some of the retailers in the sales process. Our goal is to make it easy and to keep it as cheap as possible, because we're asking people to comply with a law that they have to comply with. And let me tell you, it's expensive when you don't
It's
comply.
real expensive. I've read what the fines are.
The ticket is $120. And so some folks will wait, and they'll let July 15th come around, and then they get a ticket. And so the sad thing is, if you get a ticket, that's $120. Then in order to be able to settle that ticket, you have to show proof that you bought a sticker.
So you got to buy it anyway.
You still have to buy it anyway. And on top of that, because you're buying it late, there's a $40 late fee.
Wow.
So it could get very expensive, not complying with the law. And that's why we want to make it as easy as possible for people to get their stickers. I want to add, though, that there are 2 primary functions of the city clerk's office. One I just described, city stickers, annual sales, residential parking permits. We are a passport acceptance agency, so we also take passport applications. But the other main function is we are the keepers of the records generated by the legislative branch of city government, the city council. And there we're making tremendous inroads in making it possible for the public to access that information in a timely manner. We've developed a document management system that's going to make it possible for you to do what has been done at the state level for many years, and that is track legislation. When an ordinance is introduced, you know when it was introduced, you're able to track where it goes, what committee it goes to. When it gets voted on, you're able to then look at the roll calls. When the roll calls take place, if it's a divided roll call, you're able to see that, and you're able to get that information on our website, which I might add is a newly designed website. And if you go to chicityclerk.com,
chicityclerk.com,
that's our new redesigned website where you will see the information that I'm talking about. We're going to put the journals of each city council meeting going back to 1980 online.
Wow.
With a search engine so that you could be able to very easily go through those thousands and thousands of pages when you're looking for an ordinance and you're doing a little research and you want to find out
being a
how your alderman
reporter.
voted on it
Yeah.
and all that information.
That's going to be wonderful because, I've used that stuff with other governmentals. I'm so glad to hear that. I think that's terrific.
We're a little behind the times, and that's why I keep using the word modernization, because Chicago's a big city.
Yeah.
We're an international city, right?
Yeah.
We're a world-class city. We want to host the Olympics.
Right.
Well, if we're going to do all those things and present ourselves as a world-class city, then we would better have a world-class government and a world-class operation.
Yeah.
And Chicago is behind New York. It's behind Los Angeles. It's behind a number of other cities in terms of how we facilitate public access to the information generated by the legislative branch of government. And that's what we're changing now.
Well, it sounds like if you have your way, and I think you will, it's not going to be that way anymore.
We're well on our way toward moving towards our goal of transparency.
Oh, that's very cool. Either if I get back early enough from editing tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to start checking. I love checking those things.
Go to that website.
I really enjoy things like that. I love doing research like that. You can learn so much. And that's when I write these 10,000-word articles in Jewish Chicago. That's from that kind of research.
Right.
So I really look forward to so CHI...
cityclerk.com is the website.
That is great. That is absolutely, congratulations.
Well,
I think that's absolutely terrific. So we've got about 3 minutes. What else would you like to talk about?
Well, as part of the process of modernizing the office, we also are improving and adding services that weren't there before. One of the things we do is we have individuals go out to schools, to senior centers and other locations to produce, free of charge, a kid ID with a fingerprint and a photograph that's maintained in a database, available to law enforcement. If, heaven forbid, a child is missing, that information can be there and made available immediately to law enforcement to aid in the search of a child. And then we have a senior medical ID, also with a photograph, that captures information regarding the senior's medical condition as well as prescriptions that may be taken. That's put on the card, and the senior can keep that card. Again, in case of an emergency, that card is available to paramedics or to others who may respond to an emergency. Those are two very popular IDs that we do free of charge. And if a senior center or a school, if we have a principal who's watching the program and would like for us to come out, they can contact us through CHI, cityclerk.com, call the clerk's office, and we'll be able to schedule a visit to the school and to the location. We also do community events. If there's a festival, we'll set up the table and provide that service. So that's just one more example. And another new service that we added that is very important is we're working with the Tax Preparation Project during the first few months of the year, around the time that people are doing their taxes, to assist parents and students in filling out the federal financial aid form, the FAFSA, what is known as the FAFSA form, free form for federal financial assistance. And that form is a form that's required by all public and private universities whenever you apply, because it's the way they determine your eligibility for student loans or grants. And so it's required. And what we have found is that many times parents have a difficult time filling out those forms, and students have a difficult time filling out those forms because they require a lot of information. We provide that assistance free at the city clerk's office downtown a couple of days a week during tax season to parents that need that type of assistance. And that's something we started doing 2 years ago.
I think that's great. I'm really terrible at those things myself, and terrible is a nice way to put it. I really would like to talk to you longer. We're going to be inviting you back shortly, and I'm so glad you came. It's our pleasure today to have Miguel Del Valle, the city clerk of Chicago, after a distinguished career of 20-plus years in the state senate, and somebody who was thought of as a blue ribbon all-star legislator on so many grounds. Thanks to Sonny Hersh. Stay tuned for segment 2. And I look forward to talking with you soon. And thanks, Christina, and thanks, Davida. Bye-bye, everybody.